Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Salvia Andani. Here I will reading, presenting, and interpreting a pie chart. Before it, there are three main parts or basic structure in pie chart. The first is introduction, general overview, and specific features. Well, now let's check it out. The two pie charts compares the use of smartphones and tablets for the same purposes but in different extents. The first pie chart shows how people spend their time on smartphones, while the second pie chart illustrates how time is spent on tablets. For both, the most top use is for games, but the figure differ greatly. Then, the second most popular use is for social networking. In tablet, 57% of the time spent is given to playing games, while only 35% of the time spent on a smartphone is used for this. In comparison, smartphone users spend 29% of the time gadget for accessing social networking sites. This is 14% different from its use on tablets, with just 15% of tablet time spent on the same activity. The third most popular use of the tablet is for consuming entertainment, with users spending 13% of their tablet time watching videos and listening to music. The least use on the tablet is for utilities, news, and other, which only spend 3%, 4%, and 8%. Smartphone users, however, dedicate only 8% of their smartphone time to such entertainment, preferring instead to spend 20% of their time on their phone accessing utilities. This can include maps, weather information, and calculators. And the smallest use is to accessing news, with just 3% of smartphone time spent for this activity.
Hello, my name is Puji Lestari. Here I will reading, presenting, and interpreting a bar chart. There are three main structures in bar chart. First, introduction, an overview, and the last conclusion. The chart gives information about how much money was spent on computer and smartphone in Thailand between the years 2011 and 2015. According to the chart, there were upward trend in spending on both items. Computer sales increased steadily by $5 million each year. Smartphone sales remained level at $10 million until 2013 and then increased dramatically, reaching $45 million in 2015. Although they are still less than the value of computer sales, they are only $5 million behind. People's total expenditure on their electronic device rose dramatically in this period. The total was $40 million in 2011 and it rose at $95 million in 2015. Overall, the sales of both of these items grew, but smartphone sales grew more quickly. If this trend continues, we can expect smartphone sales to overtake computer sales in 2016 or soon after.
Hello, my name is Sheila Ademelinda. Here I will reading, presenting, and interpreting a line graph. There are three main structures in line graph. First, introduce the graph. Second, give an overview. Third, give the detail. Okay, let's start. The line graph illustrates trends in music buying habits between 2011 and 2018. It presents three different methods: streaming, downloading, and buying CDs. Overall, both download and physical sales of music have steadily declined. The latter has slumped since 2011, while the downturn for the former began in 2014. However, there has been a sharp rise in people streaming music since 2013. In 2011, the majority of music sales were of CDs at 55% of all sales. In contrast, streaming wasn't common at all at only 5%. Also, although people had started to download music, it only represents 35% of sales. As sales of CDs began to fall, downloads started to rise. They rose steadily and download overtook physical sales in May 2013. During the same period, streaming doubled to 10%, but then it started to grow more dramatically. Downloads peaked in 2014 at about 43% of sales, but fell to 30% by 2018. This was slightly higher than physical sales, which shrank to 25%. Streaming, on the other hand, overtook both of them and account for just over 40% of sales in 2018.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cynthia Triana Bekti. Here I'm reading, presenting, and interpreting table. Before it, there are four main parts of basic structure in table. The first, introduction, overview, first mean future, and second mean future. Okay, let's check it out. There is a frequency distribution table. This table is used for data group in interval of value. Each value interval has a frequency lot of data. Usually, if you get a lot of data, you can present it in this table to make it simpler. Based on the picture above, it is known that the data on the daily test scores of grade 7A students are known. Well, the number of students is 30 and the value also vary ranging from 61 to 100. In fact, you can present the data in the table of rows and columns. However, it will be simpler if you make it in the frequency distribution table. So, the data is grouped first into several intervals. In the picture, there are four intervals, namely 61 to 70, and 71 to 18, and so on. You also need to know every interval must have the same length. For example, the interval 61 to 70 has a length of 10. From 61 to 70, a total of 10, as well as the 71 to 18 intervals and other intervals. Well, that frequency indicates the number of students who get mathematics scores according to their respective intervals. For example, the frequency in the interval 61 to 70 is 3, meaning that there are 3 students who scores between 61 and 70 on daily mathematics tests.